Hey, hi everyone. This is Kevin, investmentproperty.com. So, continuing from my previous video where I actually did a video sharing about where Phayathai is and what is actually around the area. What would you expect from investing in property in the area? So this next video is a follow on to talk about a specific project, which is yeah, I mean, you can see from the screen, XT Phayathai by Sansiri. So, well, in this video, I will be just specifically talking about this project and diving deep into this project about where exactly it is. We talk about floor plans and what are units available, what kind of price, and etc. etc. Right. So, if you are not too familiar with the Phayathai location, then I would suggest that you click on the link below that I have added it in, and first have an understanding of why would you consider investing in Phayathai, right? Then if you think that that is a location that might be suitable within your consideration, then we can then talk about what are the good projects in this area. In this case, one of the projects that we are getting a lot of inquiries and a lot of people are talking about is this XT Phayathai by Sansiri. Right, so let's just go straight in to the project. Okay, before I continue, maybe I'll just share. Okay, if you go to me and Daryl, we run this blog called investmentproperty.com. So something new and exciting we have added, which we believe will benefit a lot of people. So you just have to enter our URL, go to the website, and on the first page, once you come in, you will realize that we've added ultimate map of investing in Bangkok property. So this is what we have started doing, and we'll continue to add on to it. You see all these points that we added are projects, noteworthy projects that we believe that you should look at. We have put them on a single map. So the blues are for uncompleted projects, the greens are for completed ones. So if you are looking at a particular area, just have to zoom in and then you can actually see what projects are available. Like let's say for example, just randomly click here, then I have Q Chitlong Pejaburi, and then you can probably click on the link for more information. So we'll be adding on more and more. And then we also hope to be, when you buy a property in Bangkok, a lot of us are buying with the intention to retire. So we'll also be adding like places of interest, hospitals, where a place you can, have good food, all into this map. Which you can download, and then once you are over in Bangkok, it can be an ultimate guide for you to exploring in properties. Right. So just happy to share this with you. Please take a look at this. And well, if you are watching this video and you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe to our channel also. We are constantly updating new stuff in. We talk about reviews of properties. We do project reviews. All right, so that even if you are not able to make it to Bangkok to walk the ground yourself, we do that for you. We do site visits to show flat, we film them down, let you see for yourself how the layout is like, how the place is like. We walk from the site to the station and show you what's in the area. Now we even do explainer videos like legal and tax matters, how do you go about buying property in Bangkok, and many other questions that if you have, give it to us. Drop us a comment below. Ask us. We'll be happy to share it with you and everybody else. So yep, do subscribe, and if you have been benefiting from our videos, appreciate if you can just hit us a like so that our videos will get more exposure. All right, we'll also be adding like simple clips on where to eat and all these things, which we are always in the process of doing so because we travel to Bangkok now and then quite often. Right, so back to XT Phayathai. Right, so XT Phayathai is the considered the third condo in the XT series to be launched by Sansiri. So previously we started off with Ekamai, XT Ekamai. That project is almost out. We still have like maybe a a handful of units left. All right. And then thereafter, subsequently, we had XT Hui Guang, which is like next to Hui Guang MRT, and now we have this. Actually, over in Thailand, they already have had an official launch because they kind of like did it in one grand launch in Siam Paragon about 3 weeks ago, right? But for the overseas market, for XT Phayathai, the official launch is happening globally. So we're doing it in Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, Singapore on the 1st of September. So, but you do not actually have to wait till the 1st of September. Right now, if after seeing all the materials and you think that you might be interested in this project, you can actually pre-book the unit, and it may make sense to do so because you can literally choose the better facing units, the units of your choice, and you also get the pre-sales discount of 2% from the developer and some other additional stuff. Right. So yeah. Before we do that, maybe just let me share with you exactly where the project is and all these things, so that you can make a better informed decision. Right. So XT Phayathai, this is a simple map. This red dot here is the location. So they kind of like map out like there's schools around, then there's office building around. So do refer to my first video where I actually go more in depth talking about what's actually in the area. So I'll probably skip that for this video. Okay. But I guess one thing people always like to ask is how far is it from the Pta Station, right? So this is XT Phayathai. The easier way would be to go from BTS Phayathai to this place, alright, which can connect you directly down to the central business district with Silong Sathorn, or you can actually from here go up. You can see from here, this is the BTS Phayathai, so you can actually go up to Victory Monument, and then 2 stations up to RE. BTS RE, which is another up and coming place. There's a lot of hipster cafe restaurants at RE, and then if you go further up to Mochit, Sapang Kwai, you can go to Mochit where is the interchange with Chatuchak Park, so you can head to Chatuchak Park. In fact, you realize that once I go about 3 stations up, you are actually very near to this. You see this huge block of connection, huge block that's happening here. This is the Bangsar Grand Station. That is where the terminal for the high-speed rail that connects Thailand to China will happen, and it's under construction. So next time, a lot of the train lines will also be intersecting here. So it's actually not that far away. It's only like maybe 3 or 4 stations away, right? So, and from where XT Phayathai is, okay, this is Hui Guang. This is Ramanai Road, parking building. Alright, this is Ramanai. That's the new central business district. So from here to here, we took a cab. It took us about slightly less than 10 minutes. The distance is only about 6 kilometers. So because there's a flyover, so you can actually hit the Ramanai very fast also. And if you are going out of Bangkok, from here, you can join up to this Sirat Expressway very quickly also, which is a plus point to a lot of Thais who stay. Sometimes they like to rent or buy condos that have easy access to the expressway because it helps. They when they want to get out of the central Bangkok to maybe back home or somewhere else, then you will need to stay near expressway to avoid all the jams. So this is in fact a plus point because you might think expressway is noisy and all these things. Over in Thailand, the mindset slightly different. Okay, so you have your Ramanai to your right, you have your Bangsar to the north, and then just right down south, this area is the shopping belt. Terminal 21, Nana, Central World. Okay, Siam Station is only 2 stations away from Phayathai. So this is the main shopping belt. In fact, I would say it is only being divided by this. You can use this train line as a divider. So down here is the main like Pratuna market already. So yeah, in fact from Phayathai, if you Google Map, how far does it take to walk to your Pratuna market? It's about 1 kilometer, 30 meters walk. If you want, you can walk actually. If not, then just take the train or just a short taxi ride. You can do that too. All right. So okay. So Phayathai is also the interchange for the airport rail link and the BTS station. So right now, if you are coming from Suvarnabhumi Airport and you are taking the pink line, which is the airport rail link line, the final stop currently is at Phayathai. So that also means that if you are staying in Ari or you are staying in Silom area and you wish to get to the airport fast, you can actually head to Phayathai and hop on the airport rail link, because this is the last station for now. So you will definitely get a seat, and then you can just take it all the way through to the airport instead of having to change. You might have to change a few stations to change at Makassar, which is a station that a lot more people are familiar with. All right. This line is an interesting one because the plans for this airport rail link is to extend it further to the left, which is to the west side. So Phayathai will not be the last stop. So it will go on some more to a few more stations to the left of to the west of Bangkok. So that means this line will gain further importance in time to come. There will be more people using this train to commute, and Phayathai being an interchange, that would means that it will bring a lot of traffic to this area, and it will only be a good thing for the properties around here, right? I guess that's the reason why they're building mega developments like the Phayathai complex, the Origin mixed development. These are all like happening around within the 200 to 300 meter walking distance from the Phayathai BTS. If not, traditionally this has been a rather residential area with a few blocks of offices. You won't see like tourists walking around. Over there currently about 70% of the people staying there are the local Thais themselves, families, a lot of them with children, because this area is also well known for being close to several education institutions. There are private schools, tuition centers, universities as well. So I guess that's the reason why they will want to stay here. And just now I show you like it's so easy to get to actually Ravanai and to Chitlom also. So for convenience sake, people will also stay here, and yet you do not have to pay the super high rental that you would have to pay if you are staying at Chitlom. Example, you stay at Thong Lo, I think probably the rent is also getting rather high nowadays. Okay, so do bear in mind, this is how close Phayathai is to places that are of importance like the CBD and the shopping area, and once you understand that, then you also realize that in the past 2 to 3 years there hasn't been like any mega launches in this area. So I guess that's the reason why when we have this XC Phayathai, even a lot of the locals are buying, they're inquiring and they're buying. A lot of them might potentially be buying for their own stay as well. Yeah, so moving on, I think there's probably one thing that I need to show you also. Okay, if we use this, the Phayathai station, people would always ask how far is it away from the actual XT Phayathai. Well, according to Google Map, it is 700 meters, which is about 8 to 10 minutes walk. So myself and Daryl, when we visited the sales gallery, we took the walk. So you can actually watch the video of our walk from the BTS station to the actual site. Yeah, we talked about that time. There is no shelter all the way. All right. So if it rains, then what you can do is you can actually use the shuttle service that will be provided by the management XT Phayathai. There will be a shuttle service that will bring you to and fro from the BTS station, and I would expect probably they will do a loop between XT Phayathai and then to Victory Monument and then to Phayathai and back. I believe so. Probably every 20 minutes or so. Right. So yeah, there's a movie plaza here as well. Now along the walk, the walk was okay. There's a proper pavement, white pavement for you to walk. So along the way, the first few buildings are offices building. So you will pass by this at the corner called the Wanason, a building that is known for having a lot of tuition agencies. So a lot of students actually go there for extra lessons. There's some restaurants inside, F&B stuff. There's a CP tower over here also. There's another 3 blocks of office tower. And then this Sukoso Bangkok is a 5-star hotel. Alright, there's another, I think there's another hotel here. Okay, and then you have your C Ayutthaya building. This is an office building, and here next door is another office building. In fact, Sansiri's office is over here. Then you have your Stanchart Bank inside. So that's why during lunchtime you see like a lot of office workers walking around also going for the lunch. Then once you walk further down, you will actually pass by. If I remember correctly, I think it is somewhere here. This is I think it's here. Sorry, either one of these. This is the entrance to the King Power. So Puma Hotel is actually over here. King Power, the duty free mall is inside also. So a lot of tours actually go there for the duty free shopping. And then after that, then you'll pass by also a couple of food, like those selling the local food. So that's why during lunch you see the lunch crowd actually having the lunch over there as well. So it's a rather pleasant walk, just at the fact that it's not covered, and so it takes you about 10 minutes from here to walk. Then once you pass this school compound, then you will see the XT Phayathai. So moving on, we will now talk more about XT Phayathai itself, the project information. Let's just take a look at the overview of the project. Alright, so the address is along C Ayutthaya Road. That's the road that is on. One residential building with 2 separate towers, Tower A and B. So the highest floor will be 41 and the other tower will be 37. Total 1,435 units. And there will be 1 commercial unit below. That would be likely a Family Mart. Alright, so this is a rather high density development because it's crossed 1,000 units. So that might be a bit of a slight drawback for some people. Yeah, but we do have a rather large land size over here, 3 rai of land. The unit mix are basically 1 and 2 bedrooms. But it's interesting to note that this time round you actually have 1 bedrooms that are about 40 to 50 square meters. Right? They are actually making a lot more big size 1 bedroom available for sale. And then also for the 2 bedrooms, you can have up to 82 to 101 square meters. These are actually pretty huge. In some places, these kind of sizes can be a 3 bedroom, or it's already a 3 bedroom for some countries like Singapore. It's possible also, right? So I guess the reason why they're doing that is because they would foresee that a lot of demands will come from the Thais, and a number of them would actually be buying for their own use. So this time round, they decide to make units of a larger floor plate, so that it will be a bit more usable for people who intend to buy for their long-term usage. Okay, so this is how the facade looks like. So this is the main road going towards the Brahma 9 direction, and then you have like these 2 blocks here. Alright, so the one nearer to the road will be the one with the 41 stories. Then you will be interconnecting on the 8th floor. There will be an open air pub. Alright, so you can see that the facilities will be on the top 2 levels. So the pool, the gym will all be on top, so that you can actually have your function rooms there, have your functions over there, and you will actually have a view over the city skyline. Right. At night, it should be quite a nice view, especially if you have the south view, because you'll be looking towards the city where Siam and Pratunam area is. So it should be brightly lit at night. Okay, another picture of this. And okay, let's run through some artist impressions of how XT Phayathai will look like. So this is how the lobby will look like. For XT Phayathai, when we went to the show flat versus the XT Ekamai and Hui Guang, the color scheme would be more towards the neutral, a lot more white and gold, which would be better accepted by, I guess, a lot of people. For Hui Guang and Ekamai, they're using a lot of bright pastel color. The whole idea of this whole entire XT series is to capture the millennials, so that's why they're using the color scheme is a bit not your typical color scheme that you would expect from, like, for example, from those we have seen in Kawa House and Oka House. Well, but I don't think this is a very, very big issue. I mean, even if you cannot accept the color, you can always change the internal yourself. This is the meeting room. Okay, there's even a playground for XT Phayathai, which we do not see in Ekamai and Hui Guang. Again, I believe they are expecting young families to be staying inside with children, so they actually have something here to cater to this group of people who are staying here. There's a lot of open spaces, pockets of green, so that even for such a huge amount of units in one entire development, there will be a lot of open spaces for the different residents to mingle around. You can actually be using the 8th floor, or even on the 16th floor there's a garden, or you can go all the way to the top. Right, so this is the connecting green space that connects the two blocks. So this is the in-between area, forest canopy. Okay, lookout point from one of the rooftop. 25 meters lap pool at the top of the tower. There's a cold kitchen. There's a theater and function room. This is like a function room, a lounge area that you can book to use for your private gatherings. These are at the highest level of the entire development. Alright, so we will spend a bit of time looking at the floor plans so that you can also have a better understanding of which unit might be better suited for you. Right, so this you can see here, this is the ground floor. Just briefly running through. There's a shop right in front, and then there's also some facilities in the ground floor, but most of them will be on the top level of the entire development. So the lift lobby is over here. They have 2 lobbies for each of the towers. Hey, maybe I will just jump straight through to 17. So on some levels, like for example 16, there's a shared garden area, common facility level. So if you are from tower 1, you can actually walk over to the other side. So it's all connected. Whereas for certain levels, like level 17, is broken into 2 portions. This is like a 15th floor plan. Is entirely connected. So certain floors will have a lot more units, higher density, whereas the higher you go, then you will have approximately about 10 units lesser. The number of 2 bedrooms on each floor seems to be the same. So you can see here, this is the green color are the 2 bedrooms. So 2 at each corner, and then there's just 2 at the side. Okay, so this is generally how the site map looks like. Then on certain level like 28, then you have like another open garden area that you can, this is facing towards the Siam direction. So you actually have, step out here, you actually see the city from here, because across the road there's no high rise. So it's pretty much a clear view. All right. Something to point out, if you follow my cursor, the units facing south, which is towards the city, these 2 bedrooms are the smallest of what's available in the entire project. So which is about 61 square meters. We'll look more at the specific layout later. And then the in between, the 82 square meters are the ones facing the north, which is like here, these 2 units. And the largest 2 bedroom, for those who want the largest possible size, which is about 100 square meter, is actually on either the east facing or the west facing, on either side. Yeah, okay, and you will realize that even though just now we look at the unit mix, there are 1 bedroom starting from 25 square meter to 49 square meter. Majority of them are about 42 to 49 square meter. So in this case, in this project, majority of the units are the large 1 bedroom. The 25 to 30 square meter constitute a rather small percentage of the total available units for sale. And the smaller ones, so you can see, let's say for this 20th and 24th floor, the smaller 1 bedroom, should you choose to have them, will be the one without the view, because you will be cross looking at each other. So you can see 30, this 33, 33, 33.75. You know, if you get them, you'll be actually kind of like facing each other. Whereas even for the rest of the floors, the same. The smaller ones, they tuck them inside here, facing each other, whereas the big ones are either on the west or on the east facing. Right? And once you get high enough floor, you actually get a clear view. I'll show you the view later. Okay, and there's some units on the 37 as well. So if you want a really penthouse kind of view, then just go for the highest possible floor. Right, so the tower at the front, nearer to the road, is the one that actually goes all the way up to the 41st floor. So that's why on the 40th floor there's still units, and then on the 41st floor is where the swimming pool and facilities are, which will be accessible to everybody. As long as you're a resident there, you will be able to access the facilities. Okay, we will spend a bit of time now talking about the floor plan. Okay, so this is the 25. This is the 25.25 square meter, more or less like a studio. So let's run them through briefly. It's a rectangular shape. You come on into the kitchen, and then you have your living and your bedroom. So it's pretty much standard. But you will realize that for those of you who might be thinking of getting a 25 square meter, there's really only limited unit. Look, there's only like 2 units on 16th floor, 2 units on 8th floor. So that means the entire development only have like 4 units for sale. And 1 AM, which is a mirror image, same thing, 16th floor 2, 8th floor 2. So that means total 8 units. As I'm speaking, the 16th floor 25.25 square meters are already taken up. So they're gone. So this is just to show you that there was once such sizes. Alright, perhaps the next slightly larger configuration, which may still have some, are the 33.75 square meter. So they call it the type 1B. Versus the 1A, you will see that the kitchen is longer, living hall, and the bedrooms are also larger as well. And you will see more window panels for the 33.75 square meter. That means your unit will be brighter as well. Alright, so so you come in, same thing, you come in through the kitchen, but the difference here is for the studio, the moment you open your door, people will look into the unit entirely, whereas for this one there's still a bit of privacy because the only thing that you can see is your kitchen area, but your living and bedrooms are actually hidden from view, right? So come in, there's a shoe cabinet, kitchen area. This W stands for washing machine, right? So this little balcony for you to do your laundry. Then you have your dining area and bedroom and your bedroom. All right, and for this 1B configuration, the bathroom is accessed from the kitchen. All right, there are a number of them. You can see that on the 29 to 36, there are some. Even between 17 to 27, there are also a couple. So basically, together with the mirror image, there's 4 on each level. So this 1B. There's another type 1C, similar size, okay, I would say 33.75, and this is about 32, so not much difference. But the layout is quite different, right? So this is kind of like elongated. You come in through the kitchen and then you have a long walkway, consisting of your living room and your bedroom. Whereas for this, it looks a bit more squarish. So same thing, you enter through the kitchen, but the kitchen is slightly more squarish and smaller, I mean visually, at least to me. Whereas you see here, you actually have a longer kitchen. So once you come on in, same thing, you have your living and dining area, and then before you actually go into your bedroom, it does look visually that this bedroom might be slightly larger than the 1A, the 1B one, or it could be about the same. Alright, but the major difference is the fact that for the 1C, your bathroom is your attached toilet from the bedroom. So it may or may not work for you. So some people prefer the bathroom to be part of the bedroom, so it's like a master bedroom. But if you have guests, then guests will have to go through your bedroom into the bathroom because that's the only entrance. I do not have a dual entrance for this. So it will depend on which one you prefer, right? Another thing to take note, if you take the 1C, your living area might be a bit darker because if you look at this 1B, you have windows in the living area and you have your windows in the bedroom, whereas for the 1C, the source of light comes entirely from the windows and the balcony in the bedroom. Whereas for here, this is wall. This is solid wall. So once it reaches the dining area, it might get a bit dark. Yeah, so just something to take note. So 1C, 1M, mirror image. Each level, we have about 2 units of the type C on each level, starting from 9th floor. Right, which if you realize the 1B and the 1C type, they are all facing on the side that the 2 blocks are facing each other, so you will not get much of a view. You'll be looking straight into the other tower looking straight into you. So if you decide to go for a slightly larger one, the D type will be facing the north, which there will not be much of any blockage. So this is 40 square meters, slightly larger. This one, the layout is different. You do not come in through the kitchen, come in straight into the living hall, which is something most of our foreign Asians are probably more used to, because at least over in Singapore, we will always open the main door into the living hall. But in Thailand, it's actually very, very common to open into a kitchen anyway. So we just have to get used to that fact. Right, but but if you still choose to have it, the way you're familiar with, then at least there's this configuration that you can consider. It comes into your living hall, and the kitchen is enclosed kitchen on the side. Bathroom is attached to the kitchen, so the bedroom doesn't have an attached bathroom, right? slightly larger balcony for this 40 square meters. For this configuration, it is only available for the north facing. So there's only like one type, and then you have one type of one unit per floor for the type D, and it is facing the north side. And the window side is on the balcony and the room. Right. Type E, this is the more common. We have more units of this type, the 43 square meters, which is on the side facing either the east or the west. Right. This is a long elongated layout coming through the kitchen, a foyer. Sorry, coming through a foyer, and then they do a bit of switch around. So instead of the living room, the first thing after the foyer is the bedroom first. Then the living room at the end with the window and the balcony. So they also shifted the kitchen from here into the living. So if you do not do a lot of heavy cooking, then this layout might be suitable, right? Because you can't enclose away the kitchen, but you do have this extra foyer area, like some sort of a mini balcony for you to put your other stuff, right? Yeah, so this layout E. F, type F, you probably have a lot more units for each level. Okay, it seems like, F seems to be the majority of the units. So type F, somewhat similar to E, okay, but the internal layout is a bit different. Kitchen, then your living first, then your bedroom. So they switch it around. So instead of bedroom first, then you have your living and dining area, and then your bedroom. So you can actually close this off and have your guests here. So nobody can go into your bedroom, or they don't even have to go through your bedroom. All right. So this is about 41 to 42 square meters. There's a F2. Let me see what's the difference. Okay, you can see here, the F1 has a has this balcony here, and then there's a yard. Whereas for F2, they only have the yard. The balcony becomes the internal space, so you have a larger bedroom, but you do not have a balcony. So personal preference. Some people like to have a balcony. Some people do not need the balcony. If you do not need the balcony, then you can consider F2 model, right? Then you will have a larger bedroom, and this area can become your study space. So just like how they depict in this picture over here. If not, then the rest of it is the same. There's even an F3 type. Okay, 42 square meter. Looks almost the same to me, maybe slightly different in terms of the bathroom, slightly larger bathroom, right? If not, then the layout is pretty much the same. So again, it depends also on which floors are made available for sale to foreigners at the point in time you decide to look at XT Phayathai, right? So every level have a different configuration, and also we have to see whether the unit that you want is it still available or not. So to keep an open mind, have a few choices in mind, so that at least if you do not get your first choice, you can still consider a second choice. Right, there's even a type 4 configuration. They are allowing a lot of customization because from what I understand, they were saying that from their market research, some people prefer the living area to come first after the kitchen. Some people prefer the bedroom and then the living area near the window. So that's why they are having all these various configuration for people to choose, mix and choose. Right, but the F type, as you can see, either on the east facing side or the west facing side. So these are the majority of the units. All right. Okay, just now we saw the one configuration that faces north. So G, there's a G, 1G 46.25 square meter. Okay, this is available on the south facing direction. Right, that's how it looks like. come in through the kitchen, and then you have a very large living and dining, generous living and dining area, bedroom and the balcony. Right. Type H, this is facing inwards in between the two buildings. It looks a bit like G. Okay, and then besides the type G, and then you also have your I, which is the other unit. Okay, so if you want one bedroom that faces the south directly, there's only 2 units per floor. Same for the units that faces the north on the outside, there's also only 2 units per floor, right? So same thing, you come in, dining, and then you have your kitchen on one side and bedroom on the other side. 46.5 square meter. So majority of them are between the 40 to 50 square meter type. 1J, this is a bit of an odd shape at the corner, right at the corner. So you in this case, you have a rather long kitchen. You have a rather long kitchen, and then the bedroom is at one corner jutting out, L shape, right? But to make up for it, this unit actually has a walk-in wardrobe, which we hasn't seen for the rest. They're just like the normal, wardrobe for each of the bedroom. Whereas for this one, it has a full walk-in wardrobe for the J type. So if you want a walk-in wardrobe, you want the extra space for walk-in wardrobe, then you can consider type J. Mirror image. All right, let's look at the 2 bedrooms. We start off with the 61 square meter. These are the slightly the smallest one, in fact. All right, so for the smallest one is on the side that is facing the south, so towards the Bay of Sky, Platinum area, and that's how it looks like. It's kind of long, coming through the kitchen, and then you actually see into the living and dining area as well. Alright, and you have your bedroom and master bedroom. And in this case, the master attached bath have a bathtub as well, right? But there's this little walkway that might be a bit of a waste of space, right? Not really usable space, but to make up for it, over here, that's where you enter your common bathroom, and they also arrange for the washing machine to be placed here, and you have your shoe cabinet. Right, so this is a 2A type. There's 2 units on each corner, so you have your 2A2 type. Looks the same, mirror image, right? So you can see here. Okay, so the master bedroom will be at the corner, so you will have 270 degrees view. So it's either you look south and west or south and east. Okay, this is 2B, 74.75 square meters, 2 bedroom. This is a lot more squarish in design. So you come in here, you actually have an open kitchen concept versus the this one you have an enclosed kitchen. So this is an open kitchen concept. Alright, then the rooms are tucked to one side, and this extra 10 square meter would probably come in here. So you can see there's this walk-in wardrobe area. So in fact, this is the hall, the bedroom, and then the entire master bedroom is actually starting from this door in. So one side is you place your bed, and then on the other side you have your walk-in wardrobe, or you may even decide to convert it to a study area as well. I think it's possible. So I think that's why they draw a side table here, right? And then that's where your master bedroom is, master bath is. So this extra 10 square meter comes into here. So you have a walk-in wardrobe. But you realize that there's only 1 unit on the 28th floor. So this is not a common configuration. Okay, this is probably the configuration that you will see more because it is available from the 8th floor to the 36th floor. So the 82.50 square meters are the units facing the north side, northeast or north and west. So which is the type 2C. Let's take a look. Where's the main entrance will come in, instead of the kitchen, you'll come into the hall. So you have a nice big open hall with an open kitchen, balcony, right? And then your rooms are tucked to the side. For this, it doesn't have a walk-in wardrobe, but you have this multi-purpose area. It is like half a room, a extra study room. It has a door here, so you can actually convert it to a mini guest room, or study room, or games room. You can do whatever you want, right? So that's the beautiful thing about having a larger size 2-bedroom. So you have your master bedroom here, your common room here, and then you have this multi-purpose hall. That's for the type 2C and 2CM, which is on the other side. So both are facing north. Okay, how about 2D1? Okay, there's another configuration that only runs from the 29th floor up, 85.25 square meter. So this is facing south. So just now we saw some of the south unit I was saying is the 61 square meter. Those are the 2 bedrooms on the 28 and below. So once you hit 29, you actually get a larger 2 bedroom, which is 85.25 square meter, and the layout is also more squarish, right? Come in, then you have like this huge dining, living, and working area, open kitchen. Same thing, you have your walk-in wardrobe as well. Okay, mirror image. Okay, the 2D2 faces will face the other tower at this corner here. So the master bedroom window will be facing this tower, whereas the balcony and this side of the window will be facing outwards towards the east. This has a large connected master bedroom, and this is only available on the 37 to 40th floor. So only like 4 levels of unit, right? This is the mirror image. So there's only 8 units of this type. Okay, we look at the largest 2 bedroom, which is the 101 square meter thereabout. All right, so it starts from 8th floor and runs all the way up to 25th floor. And it's either facing on here, which is the east, or facing up towards the west side. All right, and this is how the layout looks like. The extra size kind of go to this multi-purpose area with a planter. All right, so you have like an extra terrace or open space, or that it could be an extra get a dining area, or I mean, it's really up to you to see what you want to do with it. It has a smaller walk-in wardrobe. All right, so this is type 2E. And last but not least, 2F. All right, so 2E and 2F same facing, just that they kind of go on alternate floors. So 8, 9, and 12, 13, and then for the rest of the floors that are not covered, like 10, 11, then you have your 2F configuration. So slight difference for here, this one you have this big multi-purpose area, whereas for the 2F it's enclosed multi-purpose. So this might be a bit more appealing to a lot of people. So because you have like this like part of the interior of the house, it can be turned into a study room or an extra bedroom. Okay, so this is all that there is to the different layouts that are available for XT Phayathai. Again, I said it really depends on which floor are open for sale. From what I know as of now, the 20-something square meter and 30-something square meter are all taken based on what are released at the moment. So we still have the 2 bedrooms that you can choose from, and the number of 1 bedrooms that are between 42 to 50 square meters that you can consider as well. Okay, I would just like to point you back to this to take note. Okay, because the next thing people ask is what kind of view would I be getting. All right, if you look here, okay, just let me draw this. All right, this is the, let me mark out. Okay, this is the compound of XT Phayathai. Okay, actually here these are low-lying buildings. In fact, here these are low-lying buildings, and it is highly unlikely that they will go to the same height as you, because in Bangkok the way they uh, allow the height of the building is being determined by whether the access of the plot of land is from, like, is it from a major road. So if it's from a major road, like in this case XC Phayathai, right, then you will be able to go like 37, 41 stories high. But if you are like in the smaller soil, because of the consideration that there would not be enough space for cars to go through and all these reasons, most of the time you are not allowed to build high rise. And that's the reason why once you go into the smaller roads, you only see either 1 story building, or in at most a condo that's maximum about 7 to 8 stories. So that's why there's all these limitations in place. And because of these limitations, if you take units that are in this area, all right, you are pretty safe. You should be getting a clear view. In fact, on the west side, you are also getting a clear view, because right next to you is a school compound. Right, so unless somebody takes over this school compound and decide to build a high rise, then only then you will have a potential problem, right? But right now, you might want to be aware of this. This is let me just highlight. Okay, the only potential blockage that can happen comes from here, which is this condo called Superlight Elite Phayathai. Right, this building is 32 stories high. So if you are considering units that are along this particular stretch of XT Phayathai, which is the east facing, right, then you will be looking straight into the condo, unless you are taking units from the 35th floor and above, right? Because the rooftop is around 32. So in order to clear the rooftop, you need another 3 stories high. So you probably have to buy like 36, 37. Only then you will see beyond Superlight Elite Phayathai and look towards this direction. If not, then you will be looking straight into the condo. So that is something that you have to take note of. All right, going back to the floor plan, let me just give you an example. So looking here, right? So this is the north, this is south. Okay, this is where Superlight Elite Phayathai is. So if you want to play it safe, you should be avoiding units along this stretch. Alright, if not, you will be looking straight into the condo. I think this unit will be fine, and this first unit will be fine as well. Okay, if you look to the right hand side, you will actually get a clear view here. But for this, you will be looking straight into the next door apartment. These units here are fine also, right? Because the condo only comes to about here and stop. Over here is a 3-story high house, so units here are absolutely fine. You actually get a clear unblocked view. All right, so if you are concerned about something blocking your view, then avoid the units here. The rest of them are perfectly fine. All right, let me show you how the view looks like. All right, okay, so I'm going to be showing you some views. All right, let's take a look first on the. Okay, this is taken on the 34 meters high. All right, so if you assume one level is about 3 meters high, floor to ceiling, then we are about, this is about the 10th floor. So there about 10 floors there about, right? This is the east facing unit. Because they kind of like took a 180 degrees view, right? You're somewhere in the middle of the block, right? So you can see that if you're nearer to the road on the east facing, then you'll be looking straight into this. This is the condo that I'm talking about, right? This is super light, right? But if you can clear high enough, then you will be able to see this, right? This is the Bayok Tower, right? So if you take the east facing units that are nearer towards the back, then you will have no issue, because these are the low lying buildings that I'm talking about. So you kind of like really clear them, right? No issues with that. If you take the north facing, same, talking about 34 meters at the moment, this is what you will see, right? So you can see nearby, immediate in front of you, these are all low floors. Till you hit the main road, then there's possibility of them going slightly higher. This is the south, so that's the main road. So this is the same one main road, right? This is the Phayathai 1 hospital. Phayathai 1 hospital is directly opposite Superlight Elite. So if you are you're worried whether your unit will look directly into the hospital, the answer is no. All right, you'll be looking directly into this place here, not the hospital. The hospital will be slightly to your left, right? So this is the main Bangkok city. So that's why you can see this tower here, right? So it's that close. So you can actually, I think, from here you can actually walk underneath, cross the underpath and go over. If not, then this direction, so this is the office building that we saw, and then this is the school compound that's right next door. Alright, and let me show you how the west side will look like. Alright, so yes, west on the 10th floor, so this is the immediate school compound that I was talking about. So this is the main road, and then you have a few office buildings along here, and then these are all low rise. Right, so actually the west side is very kind of like clear, no issue. The only issue is if you are worried about the afternoon sun, then you might want to avoid this facing. Right, let's go a bit higher up. Let's go twice the height. If you go up to about the 20th floor, this is how it looks like on the east facing. So this is again, this is the same condo that I was talking about. So this is Super Light Elite Phayathai. I think you get a pretty decent view once you hit 20th floor and above. I think this is quite a nice view into the horizon. Alright, this is a north. Unfortunately, the north and the south each only have 4 units on each side, so these views are actually more or less quite limited. Unless you are deciding to go for the 2 bedrooms, then you will either get this or the other way, the south facing. Alright, yeah, so if you look towards the south, it's the BTS track. This is the airport rail link Phayathai. This is Ratchaprop airport rail link. So if you want to see like nice skyscrapers, then the south side will get to enjoy this view. You know, you see more of these glittering towers. Okay, and then we go to the west. All right, so you go even higher up, nicer view. So the west, it might not be a bad idea. You know, you actually get a very nice view. All right. Yep. So this is the view, And if you guys want to know how the show flat is like, right, then you actually go to investbangkokproperty.com, which is the portal that myself and Daryl runs. Right, let me just load it up, and you can go under property reviews. So one of the posts inside, yeah, here you can actually find one of the posts here that actually talks about the visit that we went to Phayathai. So we actually put all the videos of our site visit. Like this video shows the actual walk from the BTS to the uh, the actual development itself. So you can actually see what's along the way. All right, and some of the buildings that we saw along the way, we also did some videos on them. Uh, this is us in front of the sales gallery, which is at the actual site. All right, and we went inside to take a video of the one bedroom. Okay, inside there's only one bedroom, which is the 42 square meter mock-up model on display. So we actually went in and took a video, so you can actually see for yourself, right? How the size is, very generous size, and the layout, the schemes, and all these things. Right. For the rest of the different configuration, they are using the virtual reality technology for us to actually picture ourselves how it would be like inside the two bedroom and all these things. So they do not actually have the two bedroom mock-up, just the one bedroom. So from here you can actually see what kind of quality of stuff they're giving you. If not, then the rest of the units is either just via the good old floor plans, or you have to play with this VR thing that they have. Right. I think the XT Pata, one of the facilities inside is also the VR game room, which is pretty cool. I think you can actually connect with your friends from another game room, and then you can do exercise together and do a lot of interesting stuff. Right, they're incorporating all these interesting technology into the new developments, and these are attracting the new wave of buyers. Right, when they buy something, they all want something that stands out from the rest. So that's why the developers are all putting a lot of effort to make sure that their facilities stand out. And that will also make a difference when you are trying to rent out your property to the next person as well. All right, these are all will become part of their considerations when they're deciding between normal condo or next door condo that is like has all the state of the art technologies and all these things inside. All right. Okay, so to wrap up this video, let me just share a bit of the information. So the this XT Phayathai, okay, is now we're now doing pre-sales now on. So that means you can if you have done your homework and then you are interested to get a unit, you can actually secure your choice unit right now. You do not actually have to wait for the launch on the 1st of September, right? Because by then I don't know, maybe the unit that you want may no longer be available. That's how it always is, right? People always, if you think that unit is the best unit, then chances are there will be someone else who will be looking at it as well. All right, so I'll leave it to you. If you need more information, of course, please feel free to contact us. All right, pre-sales is now on. The global launch will be on the 1st of September. Okay, which is I think another week from now, not too far away. All right, so they will start sales. Right now, for the pre-sales, we do have like for example level 16, we have 17, and 29. They are available. All right. Then right now, what they are giving, there's a pre-sales discount, 2%. All right. So you're getting a better price. The unit will come fully furnished. All right, it will come fully furnished. So to the curtains, to the lights, all right, all the beddings will all be provided. So even the washing machine for this project. So once you get your key in, once it's completed, you get a key, right? You can either straight away move in to stay, or you can just turn it around to rent it out. All right, you don't have to waste a few more trips coming down to do up the place, or neither do you have to pay for someone to do that because it's all done for you. Right. The completion expected would be somewhere in 2023. All right, it will be in somewhere in year 2023. So that would be about another 5 years from now. So from now till then, your financial commitment will only be the booking fee and the 25% of property value. Okay, booking fee inclusive. So that means if you are buying a property that's 6 million, you only have to cough out 25% of that value now, and then the rest of it will only be payable in around 2023 when the property completes. So you have about 5 years to work out your financing on the remaining balance as well. All right. I think the prices are pretty attractive. All right. You can actually look at units that are coming in at about 160 to 170,000 Thai baht per square meter for some units. If you nowadays go over to Ekamai, for XT Ekamai, we were selling at about 220,000 Thai baht per square meter. So yet over this area, if you just do a bit of search online, you will see that a typical one bedroom that is about 40 square meter, all right, is renting about 25,000 Thai baht to 30,000. Yep, I've done this on my previous video. We did a quick search in my previous video on the ongoing rental for this area. So there are larger bedrooms for rent, and we are talking about this kind of amount at the moment. So when you have your unit 5 years down the road, uh, yours is newer, all right, and hopefully the prices, if they have gone up as well, then we won't be looking at this price already. But let's be very conservative and look at 25 to 30,000 as a guideline for now. And a typical one bedroom for about 40 square meter starts from about 6.2 million baht. All right, so that's the price we're talking about. If there happens to be units that are still available for the 33 square meter, then we're talking about 5-ish million Thai baht for the unit. So a very attractive entry price, I would say. And for this location, is worthwhile considering. Right, so well, I guess that's it. That's the end of this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. All right, and this is my number. All right, this is my number. You can WhatsApp me, or if you are using WeChat only, this is my WeChat account, or you can even email to me. This is my email. All right, so well, I hope to hear from you. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me at any of these three methods that I've listed down. And then I'll be happy to work through whatever questions you have with you. Alright, if you need the floor plans, if you need the brochure, or you need the latest availability of whatever that's available in XT Phayathai, also please feel free to give us a call so that we can also check for you on whether the unit you want is available or not. Alright, so yep, so I'll just end the video here and I'll see you at the next review. Thank you.